back, race fans, to the tunnel turn, where things can get hairy.
But that's the way we like them.
All the time. I'm Phil. This is Christina.
How you doing? Welcome to our show. If you're a new subscriber, please like and subscribe to the channel. We always love new followers, and if you're coming back again, welcome back. We love you. Make sure you're hitting that bell because you want to get all of our content.
Yep, we're always dropping 2 to 3 videos every week, and you want to know right when we drop them, because we think it's pretty good stuff.
Hey.
We may be a little biased, but we have other people say that we have good stuff. So check it out.
Unless you check it out, you won't know.
Yeah, tell us what you think.
Not to mention, before we get into race day, you got one other set of business. We still have our giveaway going on. I know we gave away our steering wheel cover to Rex. It's coming soon.
But when we get to 100 subscribers, we still have this Jeff Gordon 1995 commemorative championship tin with cards inside, still in its original plastic. Okay, all nice, good stuff. Certificate of authenticity, good stuff.
And who knows, maybe when we get to 75 subscribers? I can never remember between Twitter and whatever platform you're on. But anyway, if we get to 75 subscribers, I might be a mystery giveaway in there.
Yeah, we might have something cooking. You'll just have to wait and see. But in the meantime, join in the fun, subscribe us, and why not maybe get something cool. Now, speaking of the fun, we got a race that we're here talking about because that's the whole point of this race.
And your first win.
That's right. I finally picked a winner. I called Chase Elliott to win this race, and Chase Elliott dominated this race.
Okay, not a better winner pick than I would choose. I mean, I picked Kevin Harvick for obvious reasons, and hey, he had a shit day. What can you say? But he turned that shit day into a 17th finish, so
yeah,
I'll take it.
Yeah, he got spun out by a rookie.
It happens.
So let's talk about Chase Elliott, and he was just way faster than pretty much everybody else. At one point he was over 10 seconds ahead of the field.
Oh, that's insane.
I mean, he was just going through. I mean, Truex might have been able to give him a run. I would have loved to have seen Elliott and Truex going at it, but Truex kind of messed up. Can't blame it on anybody. Speeding on pit road. It's not one of those things where something happens to you, like a tire blows or you hit some debris or something.
Well, maybe if he had a little practice, or everybody a little practice, maybe he would have known what his speed,
maybe
the speed down pit road, what it's supposed to be.
But it also wasn't the first time down pit road either.
Still, it's still a new rack. You still haven't raced there.
Regardless, he made a mistake. And it cost him the race. Some people want to say Truex is the best road racer out there over Chase Elliott. Still, even though Chase Elliott won 3 in a row now, and 4 out of the last 6 road courses, that's pretty dang good.
Next road course, I think I'm going to stick to Chase.
Yeah, it's, what, I may just say I'm going to pick Chase for the Roval.
Oh, Jesus.
But it would have been great to see those two guys go at it. But instead what we see Chase Elliott crossing the finish line. And then, boom, the coverage shuts off. That's all you see. Chase Elliott is the winner. All right, have a good one, everybody. And then NBC just cuts everything off.
I didn't even hear him say goodbye. You heard him say goodbye? I saw them going to come. What I saw is them going to come. They saw Chase pass the line. I saw them go to commercial, and then when they came back, it was already on the news, at least for us.
Yeah, I mean, what the heck is that? How amateur is that? It really shows that, NBC just doesn't care. It's like, all right, they need to hurry up and get this race over with so we can close out of here. It's like, okay, who cares about the lineup or the points or anything?
To be fair, that could be the local,
No, they did it everywhere. Because it's been all over Twitter. It's happened everywhere to everybody. NBC, just once he crossed the line, NBC cut it off. It doesn't matter the fact that the race wasn't completely over yet. They completely ignored the fact that Bubba Wallace got spun out of 8th place. I mean, that's a top 10 car getting taken out, and you just ignore it.
Yeah, that's true. I will give you that.
People watching the race don't even know that it happened.
Yeah, I just found out today when you were telling me about it,
Right.
actually, because I didn't even know.
Right. It's not like it was just guys in the back. He was running in the top 10. He was sitting in 8th place.
And you said something happened with Blaney as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, and Ryan Blaney in the last lap, he missed that chicane on the front stretch and had to do stop and go and ended up losing some spots and finished 31st. He's a top 10 guy in the points. Does NBC care to show it? No, because they were too busy trying to hurry up and get out of here. Not even showing a winner's interview or burnout. No points. They don't show the point standings. They don't show the race results. It's like they just didn't care.
I know. It seems like they want to show this. I mean, not anything against Ask Rutledge or whatever. There are people who like that. It's a cool segment to add in there, but it just seems like they're more into that kind of flashy kind of who's talking and who's on the side and what questions this week instead of the stuff that's happening in the race. That's how I feel, at least.
Yeah, that's another problem that was clear, and it's been clear with NBC. Is when a caution comes out, whether it's a stage break or just a regular caution, it seems like the running order just goes off the screen before they pit. During the pits, when they're coming out of the pits, you'll be lucky if they actually show the guys coming out of the pits. But then there's no running order, and until they drop the green flag, so you don't know where anybody is running, how anybody did in the cautions, who might have had to pit again. You don't know because they're just not telling you.
And I really wish they would keep the side ticker. I know there are people who like that top ticker and swear by it, but it just seems like you get so much more information on the side ticker because it's like they have the top 10 there, and then they're traveling through the rest of the field. You can still see them all, and your top 10 sitting there. Whereas if you're looking for when you have the top ticker, if you're looking for a guy and you miss him, you're waiting.
Yeah,
through
you're
the
waiting
whole field of people where nobody cares.
Yeah, you got to wait a good couple minutes for it to get back to where you're going, and then something might happen, and you could look away because you could forget because you're waiting so long, and then all of a sudden, man, you missed it, and you got to go through it again.
Start again.
If you want to see the times to see if your guy is making or gaining ground, you can't see it on the top ticker.
Right, by the time it comes around again, a lot of times they're off it because they're showing what lap he's on, or.
Yeah, you just can't follow it that way. But when it shows the ticker on the side, when you can see 20 guys at a time, the top 10 at all times with their times off the leader, you get a lot more information that way. I mean, I don't see the problem with giving people information. That's what people want, right?
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Right. So between the fact that they're just trying to get out of Dodge as fast as they can to get out of the race to go to local news, I mean, it's not like there's another sporting event or a big hit show or something that they got to get on the air. It's local news. How many times have we seen a rain delay go for 2 or 3 hours and they have no problem cutting that stuff up and still get a segment or two of post-race?
Didn't we have a delay?
Yeah, there was a 30-minute lightning delay. We've had a lot longer delays in racing before on major networks, and the news gets pushed back until NASCAR's done. But NBC says, nope, as soon as we cross the finish line, okay, bam, our commitment's fulfilled. Let's get out of here.
Wasn't there a rain delay that year we went to Homestead? I remember sitting there a few hours extra.
Yeah, I believe so. But still,
it's not fun, I'll tell you that.
At least one segment of some post-race coverage, a quick interview with the winner, the results, standings. Come on, NBC. It's not professional. It looks so amateur when you do that.
And you know all about amateur and professional, huh?
Well, we are amateurs, aren't we?
That's for sure.
All right. I guess that rant is over.
Rant over. Are you done on your soapbox?
Yeah, I guess so. Let's get back to the race because it wasn't a terrible race. I mean, let's look at what we got. Obviously, we talked about Chase Elliott's domination. Denny Hamlin, though, he definitely made a good run. He was definitely doing everything he can going into the turn, so
Oh, yeah.
hot, dive bombing in those turns to get close to him. But the problem was, coming out of the turn, Chase Elliott had a much better launch coming out of the turn,
Mm-hmm.
and everything that he is gaining going into the turn, he's losing it out of the turn, and he just can't get underneath him because he's just too far away.
Hey, you gotta give props to Martin Truex though, considering he got that pass-through penalty or whatever it was for the too
the
fast.
speeding penalty. They would have much rather have had the pass-through penalty, but pit road was closed because they were going to end the stage. So NASCAR said, "Okay, stay out there. You'll assess your penalty after after they throw the yellow." And under caution, that penalty is starting at the back of the longest line.
But considering that, he still finished third.
Yeah, I mean, he would have much rather have pit under green before the caution came out because he probably would have lost maybe about 5 to 10 spots, just doing the pass-through penalty, but starting at the rear is starting at the rear.
Right.
So you got to get through everybody.
Another good thing is seeing Jimmy Johnson in the top 5.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson in the top 5. That's very good for his points chase.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to catch William Byron,
And William Byron's right there too. He's not that far behind in eighth.
But we want to talk about surprises. How about Chris Buescher, top 5? That's impressive.
Hey, who would have thunk?
Right. Maybe we should have put him in the power rankings.
No.
No. But still, hey, it's a good run for that kid. We can't say that. And speaking of good runs, surprise runs, how about the replacement driver for Austin Dillon, Kaz Grala?
Wow, he was good.
His first race in a Nextel Cup.
Who was it though that got out of the car in the middle of the race, about 30 laps in?
That was J.J. Yaley.
God, he must have been really...
Yeah, he had to get out of the car, and he pretty much just collapsed from exhaustion.
That's what they said. Oh, my God.
Because it's hot. It's Florida.
Yeah, it's
August.
hot.
It's humid. That's the tough part, is the humidity in Florida. Trust me, it doesn't necessarily have to be temperature hot. That humidity wears you down.
Yeah, it does. You're just walking around and you're full of your own sweat.
It wears you down. But Kaz Grala, I mean, this guy, he was even leading some laps. And he's never been in a cup car before. Mm-hmm. He's pretty good. I mean, I know he does other series, and he's a road racer. He's a ringer.
Right.
But still, the first time, and he does that.
Another surprise top 10 is McDowell.
Yeah.
Who would have thought he'd be up there?
Yeah, Michael McDowell. I mean, hey, he's trying to do something, but he needs a win. Where he's at in points, the only thing that's going to get him where he wants is to win the race. So a top 10 is good, but that's not quite what they were looking for. But they were in the top 10, even top 5, pretty much the whole race. So
I doubt that he's going to do anything past this race.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not.
But I think we ought to move on to the playoffs. Playoffs? Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Playoffs, yeah, because I don't think in the top 20 there's... Harvick is back there like you already discussed.
Yeah, we talked about Harvick.
Matt DiBenedetto, he's going up and down. He's either in the top 10 or he's out of the top 10. It seems like every week.
It's like a seesaw.
He's down. He's up. He's down. This week he's down. So maybe next week
Whoa.
Dover.
Whoa! Sorry.
Yeah, Keselowski also struggled to get in the top 10 too, and that's one thing that he's been really, really good at. But like you said, let's get to the playoff points. I mean, Denny Hamlin got himself a playoff point with his stage win, but the big gainer here is the dominator of the day, Chase Elliott. He got himself 6 points. He jumped up over Logano.
Go Chase, he's on the case to win the race. Sorry.
Yeah, he got in the top 4, and that's huge because that's setting him up for that championship 4 at Phoenix, not Homestead.
I know.
It just seems so weird. But otherwise, the rest of these playoff points, it pretty much stays the same.
So tell me all about them bubblers.
Ooh, the bubblers. This is where guys are either going home or they're getting in on points. These guys haven't won yet.
I really thought Kyle Busch would be a lot
Oh,
closer out with the day that he had.
man, poor Kyle Busch, man. I'm really feeling for Kyle Busch. I mean,
I know.
he
Oh
had a
my
good. It
God.
seemed like he had a good car at the beginning. He was racing for the lead in the first lap until in the chicane he flat spots the tires, and he flat spotted it good. They were showing the pictures on TV.
Yeah, but they said
Cords
he
are
was having
showing.
brake issues throughout the day, so it's probably
Yeah,
something to do with that.
he did end up having brake issues. Maybe it was because of that, because he was just remember he was just being too hard on the brakes, because they haven't run this course before, so you don't always learn how things are going to wear. And
Right. I don't know if anybody else noticed, but at least it seemed like to me when they were showing him in the car, he didn't look comfortable. Like normally when you see Kyle Busch driving and they show him in the car, no matter what track he's at, he's focused, he's doing his thing,
mm-hmm.
he's right there. He just looked so uncomfortable and jerky, and I don't know.
Frustrated.
Yeah, it just bad mojo kept
Yeah,
coming from him. It seemed like.
it's just a frustrating year for Kyle Busch. But I think if he can get that win,
Get that monkey off his back.
right? But he had a rotor fail, and he completely missed the chicane because he couldn't stop. But fortunately, he didn't hit anything. He was able to get to pit road safely, and they did replace the rotor to come back out just to cause a caution late at the end of the race.
Right.
And it's like, this
But
is
he wouldn't
2020.
have. Yeah, but he, like they said on television, had he not had a win, he would have just taken his mulligan and went home.
Right, probably. But as
But
we
since
see,
he doesn't have a win and he needs playoff points and every last one of them at this
yeah,
point,
or just regular points for that matter. He needs
Still.
stage points, regular points, playoff
the
points.
point
whatever
is
point
he needs points.
Right, he needs points. I mean,
Otherwise, he would have just taken his car and left.
right, not necessarily to get in the playoffs, because with 100 points over the cut line with 3 races left, losing 33 points per race, he would need 3 disaster races to lose that. I'm sorry, because I think
I don't know. Considering the year he's had, I wouldn't.
no,
You
not
never know at this rate.
not that bad. It would be a real disaster. I think Almirola, Kurt Busch, and Kyle Busch, they're pretty safe as far as making it. As much as I don't like Clint Boyer, 66 points with 3 races, he's in a pretty good spot.
He'll be out in the first round anyway.
Probably.
Usually is.
Matty DiBenedetto at 44 points. I mean, but if he could be in danger if somebody out of the top 16 wins. If Jimmy Johnson, Eric Jones, Tyler Reddick, or even freaking Michael McDowell or Bubba Wallace or somebody else crazy gets a win, because Daytona is coming up.
Oh yeah, anybody could win Daytona.
Right.
Anybody.
Yeah, Stenhouse gets a win. I mean, there's a lot of things that can happen. One of those guys gets a win, well, then that moves right up, and that puts DiBenedetto on the bubble, and then things get tight. So DiBenedetto is not very comfortable right now. William Byron definitely isn't. I mean, 25
I don't think
points.
any of the bubblers are comfortable because when anybody can be put out by a win, there's always that chance you're just going to move down the list.
Right. Well,
I don't think as a bubbler you're ever really comfortable until you're not.
Yeah, you're never. Yeah, technically you're never really comfortable until you win, and then you're in. Then you could just concentrate on play on winning stages and races. But the top three bubblers are gonna get in. I don't see any way that they get knocked out. It would really take a disaster for Kyle Busch. I mean, major, major disaster.
Well, like I said, considering the year he's had,
I don't.
you never know at this rate.
I just don't see a disaster like that coming about. But
Yeah.
hey, that's why they
Okay,
race.
last year would you have said that Kyle Busch would have went winless this year?
No.
Okay then.
No. Who knows? Maybe he's going to pull a Tony Stewart and not win anything until the chase, or in this case, the playoffs, and then just win 5 of the 10 races and just.
Yeah, but that was always normal for Tony Stewart. He always came on after the second Daytona.
But not to that extreme, where it's
that was a little bit. Obviously, that was a little bit more extreme than normal.
Stewart was even talking. He doesn't even deserve to be there, but yet he pulled it off. That's what good drivers do.
Yep.
And Kyle Busch, you never know. Kyle Busch is a really great freaking driver.
Yep.
He's just having
this
a
guy.
bad time.
Right. He's just He just hasn't found it this year.
All right, everybody has their down years. This is Kyle's. And if this is a down year, I mean, it's really not terrible. But, hey, it is what it is. So I think that about wraps it up for the race itself. I can't think of anything. How about you?
Nope, can't think of nothing.
All right, so if you like this video, feel free to like, feel free to subscribe, feel free to talk to us, leave a comment. We'd love to talk to you. You can always find us on Twitter. I'm Tunnel Turn Phil with 2 L's.
And I am Tunnel Turn Chris. That's CHRIS. No C's, no K's around here. Only little C.
Yep, that's right. You can find us. You can talk to us if you got comments about the show, things that you like about the show, things that you don't like about the show, maybe suggestions, something that we're leaving out.
Yep.
Or something that maybe we used to do that we could bring back. I don't know.
Hey, or something we missed when you want us to react to it that I've never seen in the 90s of NASCAR.
Yeah. So pretty much anything,
Almost
talk to
anything.
us. Yeah, almost anything. All right, so let us know. We'd love to hear from you. But until then, until next time, have a good day.